Terrific balance beam routine, not only for Jamie Dancher, but for UCLA in general. The team as good as the sum of its parts, and here's the leader of this UCLA team.
I think I was a leader also last year, but like I said, this year, I guess when you just compete a lot and you're in the all-around a lot, kind of get pushed into being a leader even if you don't choose to be. I don't, sometimes it's actually a hard role to play, but I don't mind. I'd rather be a leader, I guess.
You're looking now at Onnie Willis on beam. This on videotape just a few moments ago. End of the 5th rotation. UCLA, one of its best disciplines. And so far, they've been near perfect.
So far, they've been outstanding on this event. Very, very solid and aggressive. They're currently ranked 2nd in the nation on this event, and I can see why now. I can see the focus that Valerie was telling me about, that finally this team is really focused on nationals and determined to stay #1 now that they've earned that ranking for the first time this season. Onnie's the defending national all-around champion, co-champion.
Very competent gymnast is Onnie Willis, you can tell.
Just going to use the same word. You're starting to see that confidence again we saw last year in this team.
Oop.
Only problem is the step on the landing.
Well, the coach liked it a lot. 9-8 the score for Onnie Willis on beam, and a very consistent beam for the entire UCLA team. Still one competitor to go, that is Alyssa Beckerman. See her in a moment. Here was last year, Donnie Thompson. On the beam. The national championships, and they won it. And now Alyssa Beckerman, who will be the final beam performer for UCLA. Almost doesn't matter what she did, because what she does, I should say, because everybody else had done so well. You're going to drop off the low score. They don't have any low scores.
Wait till you see what she can do on this event, though.
True.
Then it matters. She is beautiful on this event. Always has been. As an elite gymnast, she was an alternate for the Olympic team in Sydney. And greatly because of this event. This and floor exercise are her 2 strongest events. So tremendous flexibility, which she shows off throughout the routine. And she has just been on fire on both balance beam and floor exercise for UCLA. Finally found her stride in collegiate gymnastics. She was injured up until recently.
Not bad.
Excellent performance.
And a 9-9 for Alyssa Beckerman, and just a terrific beam for UCLA as a team. And that should move them, I would have to think, to the top of the leaderboard, even though it is hard, as we said earlier, until the very end to figure out exactly who's where. But I've got to think with those scores that will put them up on or near the top. Meantime, we move along. That was rotation 5 on tape just a couple of moments ago, and now we move to rotation 6. Arizona, Oregon State, Stanford, and California on vault, bars, beam, and exercise, respectively. Floor X, that is. And Washington, Arizona State, and UCLA with a bye. Only 7 rotations. This, the 6th. And somehow, in the end, it all comes out. Arizona, incidentally, having a very good competition so far. UCLA at 148 now after 5 rotations, and that puts them in first place. But I think Arizona, probably the surprise team thus far.
And they are on a dynamite event for them right now, vaulting. They're the second-ranked vaulting team in the nation.
And we're going to go to the vault, and Jamie Schell of Arizona.
As their coach, Bill Ryden, said, they have worked very hard and earned their 3rd ranking in the Pac-10s. And who knows, maybe they'll move it up a little bit. Competing very well. They've broken record after record on this event. Broke their all-time team record on this event 4 times so far this year.
Not bad.
Key to success on this event is having 10-0 vault, so a high level of difficulty from every single vaulter. That was the hardest thing starting last year when they changed the rules where you only did 1 vault. You didn't have the luxury of being able to do a 2nd vault. Whoa, she's a little off center, quite a bit actually, way off to the side, and that should be fairly significant deduction. A little sloppy in the air, toes not quite pointed and body extended. But we'll see what they do.
Remember, the teams do have the opportunity. Well,
whoa.
there you are.
Well, there should have been a little bit more reduction in the vault.
So Monica Bisordi now, a freshman from just up the road here, actually in San Mateo. It's only about 10 miles north of Stanford.
On beam for Stanford,
There's much better form in the air, straight over the horse.
And so here you are again, presented with that same situation. You're giving 9-9 to Jamie Schell. This was a better vault. What do you give her?
I don't have to do anything, Barry. I just sit here and comment. Now, the thing that the judges are looking for, almost most important, is the straight body position in the air. It has to be laid out right here, and she does. Legs a little bit apart. You can always find the little things. Legs come a little apart right there at the end, and toe point, she steps back. But she was straight down the center of the horse. A little better height than the last vault.
So we'll see the score for Monica Bisordi. Everybody waits.
Now, the amazing thing is the team record they broke had stood since '92 on this event.
While we wait the score of Bisordi, here's Randi Liljenquist. And that's pretty good, too.
Nice form in the air. The vault's valued at a 10.0. So right off the bat, she has an advantage of having a high level of difficulty in the vault, at least in terms of the start value score. Watch how straight her body line is in this laid out position.
Pretty good.
And she shows it off. Right here with an exclamation part. Head goes back, takes the judge's eyes away from her feet sliding back just ever so slightly.
You know all those tricks, don't you?
Hey, Nadia Comaneci did it unbelievably well in 1976.
You bet she
Slid
did.
back like 3 or 4 feet. But because of her salute, it was gorgeous. I don't think you could have seen it. You were so wowed by the vault.
Right.
And the salute at the end. But if you saw it in slow motion, you're like, wow.
Well, and she's the only person I've ever seen who could bend backward like that. Saw the score for Randi Liljenquist was
well, at least now we know you can land perfectly on this event. We didn't see it from UCLA in the first rotation. But Arizona's not quite as clean in the air, not quite as high, as big an amplitude in the vault, but they're coming out with landings.
That was Andi McCabe this time that you just saw. Arizona could creep up in the competition here. They're already doing a pretty good job. Here's another look at Andi McCabe.
Yeah, she was not going to move her feet.
That was good. 9.925 the score for Andi McCabe. Same score for Randi Liljenquist. And again, a very good discipline for Arizona. Well, a happy group of Arizona gymnasts, and we'll see how it affects the competition. But doing a great job here in the championships at Stanford. Still more to come after this.